Hi, everyone, and welcome to FedScoop's Next Generation Workspaces panel presented by Cisco, Citrix, and NetApp. I am David Stegan, the reporter for FedScoop, and joining me today is Stephen Corey Bay, the Chief Enterprise Architect at the Department of Education, and Ken Liska, the Virtualization Solution Specialist at NetApp. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you.
Great. Well, we do have to talk a little bit about all the great things going on with Next Generation Workspaces. So I guess the easy place to start, Stephen, can you just talk a little bit about some of the things you guys are doing at the Department of Education to implement these workspaces?
We are formulating a access anywhere strategy, which is in line with the digital strategy proposed by government. Of course, we want to support anytime, any place, anywhere it works from our staff, as well as to be able to communicate with our partners in the general community. So our interest, we're in a strategy formulation. We do use virtual desktop technology to support some of our telework things, and we want to expand that.
And Ken, how are you guys kind of helping customers integrate and come up with these next generation workspaces?
Well, very similar. What we're seeing a lot of is a lot of telework and work anywhere strategies. So we help I just screwed that up.
Sure, I'll ask the question again.
Yeah.
That's okay.
I'm sorry. That's why
Stephen.
No problem. Ken, what ways are you guys helping customers kind of help create these next generation workspaces?
Oh, well, like what Stephen said is what we're seeing a lot of telework initiatives, a lot of work from anywhere initiatives. So we're helping customers plan that out properly to make sure they're aware of what other people have run into before they go down the road of developing the solution. The next step we see people doing, or the other approach, is working on an internal desktop solution for usually lab environments or temporary employees or contractors of such.
Now, I'll ask this question to both of you. When it comes to your employees and your customers, what are they telling you that they want to see in these next generation workspaces?
Well, our typical worker really wants the access to their data and applications from anywhere they are. They want to have reliability, availability, convenience. So I think that the whole virtual desktop interface concept has great applicability, particularly with the cloud, that if it works, delivers a functionality wherever they are, and gives them the same thing from any platform, that's what I'm being asked to do.
And Ken, what are you hearing from your customers?
Much of the same thing. It's basically telework, work from home, and multiple devices. People want to be able to bring in their iPad or their Android device. They want to be able to work from their home computer or their work computer. They want to be able to help bridge that home work-life gap and make it a little more easy for them to get their job done.
And how about technologies such as virtualization and mobility, Stephen? How do they kind of play into what you guys are doing?
That's the enabling technology for that particular mode of computing. Again, the idea being that from any place I am and with devices that I'm comfortable with using, I can get my work done. And also to be able to rapidly form work groups. People always talk about collaboration, which only means working together. People want to be able to work together rapidly using devices and applications that they're familiar with, and virtualization is an enabling technology. So I see it as the next evolution in compute.
And Ken, what are you seeing?
Well, from the typical NetApp customer approach, I typically see everything from the back end of the solution. So instead of dealing with the end users and what they're looking for, I see what the administrators and the organizations are looking for. So I see them wanting to leverage virtualization to gain greater efficiencies of their workload, to be able to secure their desktops to prevent WikiLeaks type scenarios of data loss, to be able to disaster recovery or bring their environments back up quickly, just to make everything run better and smoother. And virtualization is the first enabling building block of that.
And finally, gentlemen, what are the biggest hurdles you're facing when it comes to implementing these next generation workspaces?
Well, the B word is first. So, I mean, it's budget season, having to build a business case for the technology, and not the bright, shiny object, but to really have a practical use for virtualization technology is one. Sometimes, again, I'm in the sales business on the back end as well, so I try to sell it from a manageability and reliability standpoint. But the biggest hurdle is the being able to build a business case, get it funded, and then the next thing is to really make it usable from the managerial perspective, and that is work is what you do, not where you are. And that idea is starting to gain a foothold. So that sell is not as difficult. It's now getting the capital to put in the infrastructure. I think what I really would like to see is this move into obtainable as a service. That would really make my life easier. I could just go get it.
And Ken, what are your customers telling you when it comes to hurdles?
The biggest hurdle is budget. One of the biggest things they run into prior to the budget discussion, though, is planning. People hear the buzzwords, they hear cloud, they hear virtual desktop, they hear VDI. They decide they need it, but they don't figure out why they need it right away. So we see projects just start creeping out of control without a defined set of goals. So we like to help customers figure out what it is they're trying to achieve and match the proper technologies to what they're trying to do. Because in the end, they might actually be looking at the wrong technology to accomplish their goal.
Great. Well, gentlemen, I want to thank you both for sharing your insights with us.
Thank
Very
you.
welcome.
Great. Well, for FedScoop, this has been David Stegen. I want to thank you for checking out our Next Generation Workspace panel presented by Cisco, Citrix, and NetApp.